What is going on, everybody? What is going on, YouTube? Not your average flight, and it is time to get right. Coming at you guys with a live face cam of a 300k pack opening video for all you haters and trollers that are gonna talk away. How'd you get 300k? You wanna know how I got 300k? I got some pocket change, baby. So don't worry about what I'm doing. Just worry about I'm gonna bring you guys an all gold historic 300k pack opening because I'm trying to pull some legends. I'm trying to pull some nice players. F all them gold plus, the gold boosters, the silver historic, the whatever, all them bronze stuff. We going gold historic. We going big, or we gonna go home, baby. And so let's just get all into the pack opening. Again, I got some pocket change. So for all you haters, you can kiss my ass. Now let's go on to the video. Alright, gold historic number 1. 300k first of it, and who we gonna get? Kobe Bean Bryant. Even though I'm not really a big fan of Kobe that much, I mean, he will help, and I got that one-man fast break, that extra cheese or extra exploit signature skill. Oh boy, I'm afraid to see how that one-man fast break is gonna turn out because I haven't played too much in depth into the game yet, and I want to see how that's gonna end up. Oh, I get Stephen Curry. Let's do that little 3-point headache. I'm telling you, boy, this is not even a joke. One time playing 2K13, this is last year's 2K13. I'm playing somebody online. Of course, he has the Warriors. This man goes 18 of 20 with Stephen Curry for 3, man. Like, at that point, I noticed that he has to be the most cheesiest person to play with in 2K because, oh, I got that man Kevin Durant, Mr. Skinny Durantula. Let's go. Alright, so that's a little start. At least I'm getting good gold players. I want them legends though. 2K, you need to do me good in this video. I'm doing a face cam, for God's sake. So you gotta help a brother out. But anyway, later on a little bit in the video, actually I might just start it now, why not? I want to talk to you guys about my favorite basketball player of all time and what made me look up to him. And he goes by the name of Allen Iverson. And the main reason why I looked up to Allen Iverson is just simply because Iverson shows and possesses so much heart when he plays basketball. It's like when he's on the court, he's a totally different person than the person he is off the court. And as we all know, everybody's not perfect. Iverson, you know, he gotten into trouble with that bowling alley brawl, the maiming by mob case he had on that, whatever they wanted to call it. He got in trouble a couple times when in the NBA. He got busted for some minor arrests and whatnot, DUIs, whatever you want to call it. But overall, Iverson, I feel like, is just my favorite player, just simply because he shows that anybody can play in the NBA as long as you have what it takes over here. Because right now, I'm 6'2", like I'm probably gonna be finished growing at the moment because I'm 18 and whatnot. So you know how guys are. I guess they stopped growing. Supposedly it's 21, but I feel like it's 18. But you know, there is some cases like Anthony Davis. He did grow like 6'2" to 6'11" or 6'10", whatever he is now, in actually 2 years, I think, which is crazy. But at that time, when I started playing basketball, actually, and I get Larry Bird. And actually, I started playing basketball around 8th grade, and I didn't start taking it seriously until that summer going into 9th grade. Because even though I was a short person at that time, I was about 5'3" or 5'4", I was more of a football player, surprisingly, than a basketball player. And I favored football more than basketball just simply because it was just more contact, it was exciting. And then again, they used to have little things out in my middle school where it's called morning basketball. And what they would do, they would just pretty much toss the balls out an hour before class starts. It's pretty much like a morning PE class. Pretty much like I'll say a morning recess, I would say, to be more specific. And I started playing with the guys that were on the basketball team. And they were always saying that I had good shot form. Because like I did have a good shot form. And I still do, not even gonna lie. But I just didn't take basketball seriously. And then I get Gail Goodrich. Never heard of him. Sounds like he is sorry, man. And I got that military night jersey. That jersey goes so hard, it's so fire. Once you see it on the court, you're just gonna be like ooh and ahs everywhere. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, they were always telling me how I had a good form. One thing that I did look after too, and I get J.R. Smith the second time, man. Like is J.R. Smith like he's just one of them bronze players you just pull all the time, like similar to 2K13. Even though he's gold, he's just one of those people you pull all the time. Like it's really getting annoying. I'm pulling J.R. Smith a lot. It's all ugly at, but anyway, I always liked to play as Allen Iverson simply because I looked up to him. Even though basketball wasn't my favorite sport at that time, I did watch it though. It's kind of ironic. Think about it this way. I played football and it was my favorite sport to play, but my favorite sport to watch was basketball, surprisingly. So it was ironic there, and I always used to watch Iverson. And at that time, I was just like Iverson 110% fan. Like wherever team he goes, I'm a fan of them automatically because I support and I ride for Iverson until he retired, man. Like he's the only reason why I even picked up a basketball, because at that time I was short, and so you already know for a short person, when you going up against people, especially in middle school team, like them guys was big. Like you talking about dudes that are only 13, them dudes was like, sorry, I'm sitting there. I need to focus on the pack opening, but them dudes at that time was like 5'11", 6 foot, which is a pretty decent height. And I already have LeBron James, by the way, which is a pretty decent height in middle school, which is crazy. And so that pretty much brought down my like self-esteem and confidence. I started doubting myself, saying like basketball isn't for me. But for some odd reason, basketball kind of changed my perspective of life pretty much in a great and positive way. And here's why. I actually had a friend, well, yeah, my man Iguodala. I actually had a friend. He was like one of my mentors. He's like 3-4 years older. His name is Marcus, and he always told me that you can do whatever you want. You just gotta work hard for it. And so when he told me just that, them little words and the quotes, the way he said that, that kind of sparked I would say, a fire up my ass, or a fire up my butt, excuse my language. And it made me more confident in taking different situations and different things, not only with basketball but in life. To just make a long story short, it pretty much gave me the confidence to do whatever I want and to never doubt myself, no matter how bad the circumstances are in any point in given time in life. And so anyway, that 9th grade year, unfortunately, I didn't play. Why do I get Yale Goodrich again after I get this, man? Like, the games cheat me with these packs. But I ended up not playing football for some reason 9th grade year because I didn't know about the summer conditioning. So I didn't end up just trying out for the team because the coach was like, the players that, went to the summer training thing or whatever they had, where they run out in the hot sun and whatnot, they are more favored to actually get on the team. And look at this, I pulled back-to-back players 2 times in a row. I get Al Jefferson, then I get Al Goodrich, whatever his freaking name is, then I get Al Goodrich again, and then Al Jefferson now. Or it was vice versa, wherever it had went. But I ended up not playing football. I ended up missing tryouts and whatnot. By the time I started catching up to the football tryouts and catching on to the information about it, there was only 1 tryout left. So I was just like, I'm not going to waste my time out there and try to try out for something which is slim to none getting. Coach don't know nothing about me. And so what I actually did, there was actually basketball conditioning, and I wanted to play a sport that year because without some type of activity, especially when you're in 9th grade and you're not, because I don't live in the best areas, I would say, but you're gonna, trouble may seek you. That's the problem. And you want to kind of play sports to kind of get your mind right and stay focused on a good path, especially in high school too, and also to get some exercise. So I took on basketball. I busted my butt in training. We had training drills, we had training runs, we ran the track. We were just doing a whole bunch of stuff. It was they was making us run so hard that they would make us throw up. But I didn't throw up though. I was just naturally, I was always in good condition. Even though my stamina wasn't the best, I don't throw up. I'm in good shape. I'm not fat, I'm not overweight or anything, or in a bad state or anything. So I just never did. But I busted my butt that whole training before basketball trials, which was in November. And then the coach on the varsity his name is Coach Karras, by the way, he actually noticed potential in me that I didn't even see. I don't even know how he noticed it. He was always saying that I wasn't the, how would you say, like an all-star of a team, but I played with intensity and played and worked so hard at everything I did on the basketball court that I was good at a little bit of everything. And what I mean by this, I was good at a little bit of three-point shooting. I was good at driving. That's where I perfected the most of my penetrating skills, because I took it off of Allen Iverson. I always looked at an intake saying, play every game like it's your last. I get Hakeem Olajuwon, let's go, baby. And I always take every game like it's my last and play every game like it's my last. And look at that shot, man. It's so beautiful. I got my man Hakeem Olajuwon in the building. But I always intake and playing with intensity and playing every game like it's my last in basketball. Like I went in with that motto every time I stepped on the court, no matter if it was a practice, a pickup game, or it was a basketball game. But anyway, he ended up telling me all that advice and whatnot. And he was just pretty much saying, you already got a spot on the freshman basketball team. And it was just crazy, just a varsity coach noticing a player as short as I am, especially with all the other people that are trying out too. He's just sitting there and pulling me aside and telling me that, man, like, especially at that young of an age too, and you coming into high school, you never had any experience of playing basketball, whether if it's organized or not, because I didn't even have none of that. And I pulled Moses Malone, we getting the Go Legends. You already know that I'm about to pull some more. Let me stop, but I can't take myself seriously when I rap, I'm sorry. But when he told me that, it made me feel like I can accomplish anything on the court. And when tryouts came, what was funny about it is that I didn't even have the best tryouts. I actually played terrible in the scrimmages. I did bad in the drills. Like at that point, I was just really getting paranoid. I'm really not about to make the team. And the coach, he wasn't the same coach as a varsity coach. The other coach, he was a African American coach. His name is Coach Watson. He actually moved on to Seattle after the year because he had got fired, because he supposedly wasn't teaching us the right offensive sets to help us progress when we get up there in basketball. But it was crazy how he would, and let's go. And then anyway, after the basketball tryouts, we actually had 2 tryouts. And what was crazy about it, because it was way different than middle school, high school ball is, for all you guys that are not in high school yet, they actually do the cuts right in front of you. Like, they don't put it on no nice friendly sheet of paper, oh, this and that made the team. Like, they just tell you straight up. Like, I remember we was in a circle, they told us to get in the circle, and the coach was sitting there in the middle, and he was just picking out the players. One person goes, a second person goes, then a third person goes. I still haven't heard my name called. At this point, I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to just, Dikembe Mutombo, even though he only has a blocking. But the fourth name gets called after the third name. More sweat starts dripping down. Then a fifth name. And then a sixth name. At the point when it got to a 6, I really thought that, dang, man, all this hard work I put in, all this 12 weeks of hard work for basketball training and conditioning, man, this might not even pay off. And I'm just sitting here just having nightmares in my head, like, and just sitting here right in front of the coach and everybody else in the circle just sitting here having nightmares, man. Like, I was just seriously, I pulled the Dikembe Mutombo 2 times. Come on, 2K, come on, man. But after that 6th person, we all know that 7 is non-arguably the doubt, the most lucky number statistically, number 7. And guess what? Your boy Kimani Flight White gets picked on the basketball team. Number 7, George McGinnis. And I get picked number 7 after he was deciding who to pick after that, man. And it was just a great feeling. I can't even describe it. Like, yeah, so being picked on that team made me feel extremely confident and like my self-esteem went from like here to all the way up there, and it sparked, like I said, a fire up my butt to just do better. And after that season, we didn't have a good season actually. We ended up going 4-8 to end off the season. We had an under 50 winning percentage, and Unfortunately, the second to last game, I had a high ankle sprain on my left foot going off for a left-handed layup on a fast break, and pretty much after that, it just went downhill. Like sophomore year, I played JV, but it just went downhill, man, because I just wasn't the same. When I had a left ankle sprain, I'll talk about this in another video, but when I had that left ankle sprain, I just lost confidence in myself, and I just lost an explosiveness that I used to have, and I felt like I would never get that back. But like I said, I'll talk about that in another video. Let's continue this pack opening. We're winding down to the last 30K. Pulling my man Kevin Love. He can shoot the J from the outside. We're pulling some Orlando Magic jersey, so that might mean that we might get a Shaquille O'Neal. But I want my main man Allen Ezell Iverson. If I can pull him in this live face cam, that would just seal off everything. Like, I couldn't even put in words how I would react if I pull Iverson. Rajon Rondo again. So we're gonna be on our last couple packs, or actually this is our last pack right now. And so, drum roll please. Who we gonna get? Really? We're gonna have to end the video off with Marcin Gortat. That man looks like a dried up raisin. But anyway, everybody, let me stop trolling. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video. If you guys can take what I said from it, just whatever you want to do, just do it. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Just have that confidence in your head and just go out and do it. You can do whatever the heck you want as long as you put your mind to it. One, and you work hard too. That's all you gotta do to just pretty much thrive in life. And if you guys like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want me doing more face cams, sorry if I'm a little bit delayed when I'm talking. I've actually been on for like 19 plus hours, so just excuse that fact. I'll have, more energetic face cams. It's pretty much a mellow face cam, put it this way, of a 300K pack opening. And again, for all you haters, I have pocket change. Money ain't a thing, so I don't want to hear how'd you get that, man? It's right there, man. Clear proof. But not your average flight. I'm out today, everybody. Peace.